The world of Minecraft ray tracing on PC is an interesting one. There are many options to choose from and some are better than others. For this series that I'm currently busy with, I want to go over and explore every ray tracing world that there is in the PC Bedrock marketplace and see which one of them is actually worth playing. In my previous video I went over the Hilltop Lifestyle and also the Neon District. Today I want to go over Medieval and see what it is all about, so without further ado, let's just jump into it. So again, this is a completely pre-generated RTX world, and when you first start, the effects of ray tracing do not show up immediately. One thing that did immediately caught my eye though was how beautiful the water looked. It was clear and with shadows in full effect. Now during the daytime it is a great sight to behold. Of course there are better mods out there, but for this pre-build I thought that it did look great, at least better than what I am used to. It is when you move more into the city though when the full effects of ray tracing is on full display. When you move into the city you can immediately see how the light of the sun was bouncing off of the blocks, and although it was clear from the start that this world might shine even more during the nighttime, the day still looked pretty good as far as I am concerned. I did a little bit of exploring inside of a few places, but honestly there was nothing to write home about. It was the outside structure that offered the most in terms of visuals. Now one thing that ray tracing does really well is bring everything together, and when you are in a structure setting or in a house setting like this where all of the buildings are together in one town-like setting, RTX does a great job in making everything just pop out a little bit more. Now one thing that I do have to give them credit for here is the way that they use the colors to make the world just stand out even more. In these type of older wood builds it is easy to make things look boring, but they do a really good job in my opinion to prevent that from happening. Like I said earlier though, it is clear that with this specific build RTX will shine through the most when it is nighttime, so exploring some of the darker places like caves would be interesting, and some of them does have really beautiful settings like the one that I found here. You could already see the way that they are using the combination of natural light along with the stone and some green sprinkled in between to make everything just immediately stand out. Back to the top side during the day, I have to say that where this specific world shine the most is when you are high up and you can see everything from afar. The way the sun is falling over the world from a distance is a great sight to behold, and something that I just don't think can be done justice through just the recording. We were also fastly approaching nighttime and I was really excited to see this world under the night sky. With that said though, it was also pretty great to see the way that the sun was busy setting over the town. The way that the light falls through the city looked amazing, and once again the key to all of this is natural rays. I also have to say that the way Nvidia does things here is really smart. You can pick up throughout the world that some of the blocks have a much smoother texture than others. They do this so when a ray hits a block, it just stands out even more, and it can also bounce light back and make things look even better. Now, one thing to note about this map though is that there won't be too much for you to do here. As with every ray tracing map that you will find in the marketplace, it is designed to showcase the effects of ray tracing in Minecraft and nothing more. With that said though, I do love how they managed to pull it off. They did a great job with this world, and so far, even though I have played through 3 of them, this one is definitely my favorite. It also comes with fewer of the limitations that will be present in some of the other worlds that I have previously played up until this point. Now, not everything with this map is perfect, but I will go over some of the problems a little bit later. For now though, the sun was setting and I was really excited to see how this world will look under the moonlight. Although the sun did do a great job highlighting some of the world, it was in the darkness where most of the beauty lay. Not gonna lie though, the sun setting over this world did look pretty amazing. With that said though, the daytime was over and the night was officially upon us. Nighttime was where this specific build really came to life. The way they managed to incorporate the light sources with the world made everything just look so much better. It was not just on the outside where the city came to life, but also on the inside. But once again, just like during the daytime, the world was the most beautiful when you looked at it from high up and the natural light sources just shined over it.
Did you pack our swords and lanterns? Cause I think there's something living in here. Not that I'm scared or anything, but I think I saw something up there.
If a scary sight comes biting like a fiend, I will stand and fight, yeah you can count on me. I will protect you from this dark, 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 dark world full of lies. Did you think of the prize?
The outside world looked great, but it was caves that really shined and in my opinion gained the most from RTX. They use minerals like diamonds to light up the caves, and I cannot help but wonder what ray tracing will look like in the latest Caves and Cliffs update.
Little creature bitten and bleeding, don't give up hope. I'll wrap you up and take you to safety, don't give up hope. We fought the demon that had attacked you, please rest and heal. I want to save you, please let me save you, don't give up hope. Hey, hey, this place, it's kinda scary but we'll be okay. Big bro, I'll let you go first and be my shield.
No thank you. Did you pack on mana potions? Cause there's something evil living in here. Not that I'm scared or anything, but I think it's good to be prepared.
Now that I'm back topside again, seeing the sun shining over the world and reflecting the light made the game just so much better to look at. It really is a shame that a feature like this is not available for console players to enjoy. With that said though, it is time to look at this map in its entirety and draw a few conclusions. Like I said previously, this map suffers from the same problems as the previous ones that I played on. It is not the map that you want to play if you are looking for a survival experience. This map only exists for one reason, and that is to showcase ray tracing. It is part of Nvidia's RTX marketing and nothing more. If you download this map for any other reason than exploring, you will be very disappointed. Although you can build here, and honestly it is not a bad place at all to build. In fact, I would highly recommend doing it here as the world is filled with all of the resources that you will need, and it is also very flat. It is also for that very reason why it will not be good for survival. Simply put, it is going to be way too easy. Now, one positive thing here though is that you can make use of the full 64 block slot space, which is standard for Minecraft. The previous Minecraft world that I played had a block space limit of 14, and that made survival gameplay a lot harder. Now, although the previous Hilltop Lifestyle map that I played on had limited space, you could still get hungry, and there were also zombies at night, something that is critical if you want to have a challenging experience while surviving. Since this map is only for exploring, you will not get hungry here ever, and there is also no nighttime danger. Another thing to note about this map though is the fact that you will not find too many different biomes. I did not do exploring far and wide, but I did enough to draw the conclusion that things are pretty bland outside of the main city. I found one very poor excuse for a village, and I doubt that there will be any more further along. Although this world does look great, it won't be very fun to play on. Now again, that is understandable since the point of this map is not survival, but I will say the same thing that I said in my previous video. I recommend that you just download a mod and play in your own world if you are looking for a great survival experience. This map might look good, but it is nothing more than an RTX showcase.